Zaya Wade versus her father are two different stories. Okay. Zaya Wade, I feel though that Zaya Wade is authentic in what she believes she is. I do question the dad though. Now, I don't have no concrete nothing for this. I'm not tearing down a black man that's supporting a transgendered black daughter. I'm just saying, when you look at someone and you feel like something just doesn't seem like it's connecting. That's how I feel about Dwayne Wade. And I don't have no nothing for it. It's just how I feel. I just feel like I think two things can happen. You can applaud someone for what they're doing and what they're supporting. I applaud Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union for supporting Zaya Wade. But at the same time, I just feel like Dwayne Wade isn't as open and transparent. Now, some people say that he's supporting because he's closeted. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he gives me the ick. That's what I'm saying. Dwayne Wade gives me the ick. But Zaya Wade, I think that she is sincere in her journey to be transgender. Now, the whole reason why I'm bringing this up is because she's been in the news recently because a judge has ruled in her favor. She is legally able to change her name and her gender. Now, we're not talking about a bottom surgery, all right? So don't confuse this with her getting the surgery. She is just legally able to change her name officially to Zaya Wade, and she's legally able for her driver's license to say female. She's able to on her applications, well, whether it be school or job or whatever, to say female. Now, let me just keep it a buck. None of this hurts me. None of this hurts Vincent Terrell Hill. This child wants to be called a female, and there's nothing. My townhouse is still standing. Ceiling ain't dropped. Credit score still strong. Bills still on auto pay. Ain't nobody dead. And if they are, my phone is on work mode, so I won't find out till after I get off this live. In other words, if it's not hurting you, why the hell do you care? Is it your child? No, really. Like really, my English teacher told me something that I can appreciate. She said, if it doesn't bother you in 5 years, don't worry about it. Zaya Wade wanting to be called Zaya and identifying as a female does not tank the economy, does not undo the good you've done in the universe. Let the child be. That's all I'm saying. And not just this child, let it all be, if you ask me. But at any rate, just for clarity, because we talked about this a little bit on yesterday, just for clarity, Zaya Wade will now be able to officially be a female or legally be a female. Now, what her father is saying is that this is really for security for her, because if she's going around, she definitely, to me, looks like a female. And I don't care what you say, all transgenders don't look like the gender they identify as. Now, I'm for transgenders and all that, but I'm not boo-boo the goddamn fool. I'll call you a female. I'll gender you properly. I'll honor you as you choose to be honored. But if you look like a man, you just look like a man. If the hands are giving man, the hands are giving man. But hold on. But in this case, it looks like a little pretty girl. So great. But anyway, the point is, and I agree, for security purposes, I think it's proper. So that on her driver's license and whatnot. I had a client, and those of you guys know who I'm talking about. You know, if you don't know, don't worry about it. Ain't none of your business. But I had a client who did not make the change. And I never forget, we were on the road doing some production stuff, and all of the hotel rooms was in the client's name. And so when, and the client's name was still the client's government name. So when I went to go check into the hotel, the client didn't add my name as a secondary person. So the client had to come in and check me in. Well, imagine a male government name, and then the client come around the corner, a full-breasted, full-booted woman. And I'm sitting there looking like, oh, this is about to be a good showdown here today. And so I think that that's proper because that cuts out a lot of confusion. Because imagine her checking into a hotel and they denying her because who she says she is doesn't match her ID. So I think it's proper for people who want to truly, how can I say, for people who totally embrace their transgendered lifestyle and embrace the gender identity that they were created with. I think it's totally all right to put in for a name change and put in for a proper gender change. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, again, this has nothing to do with her in bottom surgery. Nowhere this said that she was going to have bottom surgery. This is just about paperwork. So I like it. That's all I got. Let me say this. I talked to some 17 and 18-year-olds today. It was about 20 of them. And I asked them, I said, what do y'all think about this? And those teenagers were like, oh, whatever, I don't care. And I said, well, what, do y'all don't care? And well, one student said, well, they're rich, so they can do what they want. Whatever they do, they can afford to undo. And I thought, okay, fair. When you have money, you have options. But then another student said this, and the whole entire class agreed with it. They said they don't care, number one, because it's none of their business. Number two, because they're used to it. And I think sometimes we forget that the world that we see is not the world that the generations before us see and the world that the generations behind us see. So the Generation Zers are saying that we have grown up around transgenders. We don't care. So clearly the true problem is the older generation. As a matter of fact, I'm always around these students, and there's quite a bit of students whom their name on the attendance roster is not the name they go by, and those students will correct you quickly. Bob, it's Bob. Robert, who the hell is Mary? My name is Robert. I'm using fake names, so don't nobody get your panties in a wad. So let's just put this out there as well. The generation coming behind us do not care. Now, there's some one-offs. Of course, you got children being raised in church and so on and so forth. So that's that. Before I get into the meat of this discussion, does God hate the gays? All right. Now, let me know what you think in the comments. Now, if you are on Facebook or Twitter, I cannot see your comments during this live broadcast unless you come to YouTube. So come to YouTube if you want me to read your comments live. One comment says, no, he doesn't. Bible Belt mother effers hate the gays. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, all right? Now, before I get into the meat of this conversation, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I am 130 subscribers. It's coming down, y'all, from 1,000. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you don't like what I'm saying, come on, comment and let me know you 100% disagree over YouTube. If you like what I'm saying, comment. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I come live every single day at 5 o'clock, so click the bell to be notified when I come live, all right? Now, let's talk about